I haven't been making my sounds.
Hello, everybody,
Hello, friends. It's me, Cynthia.
and Azalea from across the country.
It's
I'm at home.
4 o'clock in the afternoon in Santa Rosa today. And Azalea, what time is it? 7? It should always be 7 for our Sunday night. Weird.
I know we were separated and we had extra work to do, and the show still went on, y'all. There was no delay. We still made it happen from on the opposite sides of the country, bro. I'm proud of that fact
Yeah,
because
we
I
did
had
it.
to make these lots by myself today, and
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna both be
cleaned up the table. That's what I did. Oh, hello, Julie. Hello, Kalite. She says, "Happy magical Sunday." Thank you. I love how you're saying that. That certainly brings me
magical
joy.
Sunday.
Hello,
Here's
Terry.
Maximus James. He's here to say hi.
Oh, Max, my son, my darling son.
Work out, but I don't usually come on lives.
You don't usually, but I like to see
I'm
you.
always working with the metal and stuff, the wax work.
That's good. That's
Well,
Max, y'all.
this is Max. Bring your face in here and make it nice. Act like you're happy to be here, Goofy. Look at
He
him. He doesn't want to be here, but he's gonna make it happen. You're
yeah,
gonna smile and
he is
present.
smiling. Look at his smile. Well,
The invisible child. Yeah.
Max, you don't
Damn.
want to be the invisible
Yes.
child, but he does kind of want to be the invisible child. That's his favorite. I was very much
He
like that.
doesn't want to be in
It
the
was
public.
kind of
He does
fun
not
to
like
be.
all the attention. Maximus James. But we're gonna get our painting stuff out today, and we're gonna do some gouache painting. You don't have to stand here looming behind me the whole time, though.
Well, let him
Maybe you find a
pull up a
stool.
stool. You can sit at the. He's just going to sit at the table, I guess. I told him. I
He
said
can sit here and he can help me if I need his help. But if he's
he
sitting
is.
there looking at me, it's not bad. It's a little goofy.
Oh, hi, June.
Hello. The
Yeah,
hologram of
you
him.
know.
That's funny.
Oh, Terry says we hear about him, but this is the first time you have put the hologram of him. Yeah, if he had his druthers, he would never leave his zone. He doesn't like to go out or show up in different places. But I think he gets that from me because it's hard for me to go out of my comfort zone. I'm outside. I'm at my friend's house. This is you guys remember Jessica Gaston from Jess Vintage? You remember those days back in I think her last show. She told me this and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Your last bead show was when?" She used to do we met actually in by the mid 90s, you know. I don't know.
Oh, let's do an audio check real quick. How's the audio, everybody? Because I have my headphones in. I don't know if it's gonna be any good.
It sounds pretty good. That's probably why Max sounded a little hazy because you have your headphones. I think
Mm-hmm.
the headphones only work if everyone is wearing them or if they're all hooked up. Because otherwise, I feel like it's, you know. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Clint. Mike. That's our neighbor, Mike. Well, he was our neighbor. It's good to see you. Oh, Terry says we both look and sound great. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Good. So we were hoping that there wouldn't be any problems with it, and it doesn't seem like there are. So that's good. But
Yeah.
I always prepare for any sort of problems to be happening.
Right.
That's the
That's
way.
good. Well, you know what, you guys? What day is it? Today's Sunday. It feels like, I don't even know, kind of, when you get kind of in that time warp feeling wherever the days kind of run together, especially when you've been working hard. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been making paintings for a show that's up in San Francisco. It's in town. If you wanted to go see it, I would suggest not driving into town, but if you can manage to get on the train or however, public transit, Uber, however you want to do it, but not trying to find parking because we circled like, I don't know, it felt like forever to find parking. But it's up and it looks good, real nice. I was going to do a live, but it was so loud. I was like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out. Terry says, "How is the show going? I hope you've gotten some fresh sourdough." I did. I did. It was good times. Good times. I missed that. Oh, hello, Carla. Let's see. Oh, Kathy says I could just stay in my bead barn all day, but there's no bathroom. Yeah. Uh. Oh, hi, Nancy. She says, hi, gorgeous ladies and handsome Max. That's sweet.
Handsome
Oh,
Max.
Kate, our friend Kate. She says, how's that trip? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I would love to sell more paintings, but I don't know how that, we're going to have to figure out how to do because it's kind of in a location that mostly locals know about, maybe. Not sure. It's a cute little destination, little bar. It's nice. Wine bar. Anyway, I've been hanging around here since we drove from San Francisco. I think that wasn't yesterday, that was the day before. And we went to the farmers market in Santa Rosa, and it was really nice. We got some beautiful, beautiful plants, and I'm going to watercolor some of those. I'm going to show you guys some of that. They're really beautiful. They called it a
Yeah, we're
scabious.
gonna be doing some painting today, both of us at the same time.
Oh,
I'm trying to draw like a
pretty
Brian
good.
Froud inspired fairy right now, but
Ooh,
it's
did you
kind of
see what
looking like
Kate said?
Max a little bit.
She says, we were driving home from the bag retreat. I bought gifts for Azalea.
Gifts for me.
Oh, yeah, too many.
I'm
Is the show
spoiled.
open during the day? You know, I think they open at. You know what? That's a good question. I don't know what the days are because it's usually when I'm there. I think they open. A lot of their events are at like 5. There, it doesn't seem like I've ever seen that many people in the daytime. Bonnie just got back from vacation. Yeah, it's all fun to be together. It's fun. Oh, and you know, we had some of our friends from the GBE turn up at the opening, and that was fun. I was happy to see Clem. Clem came in from where where I am now, and that was fun. We hung out for a good part of the evening and talked about a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of cute little nooks at the wine bar that you can have some conversation. It's not the night got progressively louder, but early in the day it was pretty nice. Kate's asking where I am. I'm in Jess's backyard. I'm in the very corner. I would show you, but I don't think she'd
Mm,
appreciate the
keep
her
that
little.
a little
She
secret.
has her little setup. It's pretty cool. We have a lot of plants. It's really pretty. There's a lot of night blooming jasmine. Although I guess it's not really night blooming because I can see it's blooming right now and it's only 4. Oh, Carla says, Azalea, I got my opals Friday. Thank you for all the extra. I will even use the green ribbon. Perfect. Oh, Clem says it was a great time.
Oh yeah, I usually do package it up with the green ribbon. I think
Ah,
that's
just
sometimes if the box
rolled
is
in here.
bulging,
Maybe I can get her to
I don't
pop in.
want
That'd be fun. She's supposed to be getting back from her brother's show. He had his first solo show that he wasn't opening for anyone, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, Bonnie, the jasmine does smell amazing. It does. It's a really picturesque. It's on this little ranch type area where there's other houses polka dotted on this big piece of property, and it's full of oak trees that have these great big white. I thought they were fruits. They were like this big around, and they were. I was like, what is that weird white fruit? And so I saw one on the ground, and then I stepped on it just to see what would happen. And it was like I
to.
stepped on a styrofoam ball. It was like styrofoam inside. You know, I was
It
like,
didn't bust
it
nicely.
did not bust the way I thought it would bust, if that makes any sense. Terry says, I love the tin that my kit came in. What a lovely surprise. Oh, good. You know what? It took me a minute to spray paint those, and I kind of forgot the plastic on one of the sides. So I got a power washer so I can get some of that up. It's on the porch though. It's multi. It's spraying multiple times in different. Like you're like it's basically like a spatter, and you do a bunch of layers so that you get a nice, nice kind of sheer, almost like. It reminded me of pantyhose for some reason. I don't know why. And so I did my walking stick like that, and Jess saw it. She was like, "Oh, the '80s," because it was pink and green with gold spatters. It's pretty cute. All right, Azalea, we're at the 10-minute mark. I'm going to flip my camera around, and hopefully it'll stay. I've got it on a porch table, so we'll see if this works how I hope it does. And I'm going to show you. Oh, I need to flip it.
I'm scared to flip mine. I would show you guys this drawing I was working on for the past like 2 minutes. This little sketch of like a fairy, but it's not happening the way I want it to happen. So you guys, we're not going to be looking at that one. We can start on a fresh page, and you guys can watch me mess it up from the beginning. You
I
can
don't
watch me
remember
screw it
messing
up from scratch.
Mm.
I haven't
Yeah,
drawn in my sketchbook in a while. I've been doing digital and a lot of leather work lately because ever since we left Kate's house, I've had the bag making fever.
yeah, you have.
I've been
She's
trying
getting
to
back
make
on the road.
myself these purses. I've been
We
every time like
definitely
I go
miss
in the
you, Kate.
studio.
She says she
Kate,
misses Azalea.
miss you too, Kate. I want to visit you guys again. That's fine.
Hmm. We need to come up with some kind of project.
You made an
So,
excuse to get out there. Be like,
oh,
oh, it's
that's
for
what I did.
work.
I thought that's what I said.
We got to come up with a good excuse
We just
that we
come up.
can justify.
Well, it's just expensive to get out there, so that's you need to come up with a project. Look at this thing. Isn't that cool? They called that a scabiosa, and I was like, I thought a scabiosa was a blood lily, but I guess it's a round type of thing. Bonnie needs to do something with her sapphires. I would make a necklace with it, Bonnie, or earrings. I made this. You guys want to see what I did? I made this the other day, and I'm thinking about putting this as the clasp. You can tell me what you guys think. Randy says you need to do a leather purse class together. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I could do one and show the painting part of it. I don't know that I could teach anything new about leather working, but I could talk about painting the leather for sure.
That'd be cool.
So I
I've
did
been
another color
making myself a
shift
Dracula bag. Super cute so far. I'm
coming
taking
in.
my time.
You guys like that? There's a bunch of look at how good this labradorite piece is.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We should make it since you're showing right now and I'm not really showing anything at the moment because I'm not ready. We'll just make you the main ordeal here. Here we go. Perfect.
Yeah, that looks good, huh? See
I
that?
like it.
The gooseberry, one of my favorites. Antique beads. And then there's some of they call these wedding beads. African wedding beads. There's a couple of them here. There's another trade. That's called African, or maybe they're from Mali. Still. And these some different kinds of agate. And that's that called golden obsidian. Isn't that a pretty bead? I love it. Some African trade beads there. This is kind of reminds me of a watermelon.
I know, I like that. I really like the bright colors on like a lime green thread or beading wire. I think it just looks good. It reminds me of summer and spring.
Mm,
Reminds me of drinking something fruity and good.
I want something fruity and good.
I got something fruity and good right here. My drink is exquisite right now. I made like a sparkling lemonade, and it is just
Look
as
at this.
tasty as it
Have you
sounds.
look there? This is a pretty rare. This is a blue gooseberry. I know, two on one necklace, carved quartz. Oh, thank you, Kalite. She says my treasure necklaces are so enchanting. Thanks. You know what? I started getting into my beads. You know what's gonna happen? What the nightmares? You know, this is a particularly good one. Ruby zozite. When ruby grows in another stone. I can't remember the name of that stone though. This part. The whole thing is called ruby zozite, but look how particularly good that one is. It's got the ruby right there. So good. And a big piece of gaspiite. They get that in Australia, I believe. I found a really pretty piece. It looked like a piece of solidified paint.
What?
The piece of gaspiite, it was so bright, it didn't even look like a real stone. So anyway, I was thinking about either painting this. This is kind of hard. Or, let me see, these are pretty. I think this is a really cool one. think they call these a bachelor button. Or cornflower. Is that a cornflower? Maybe a cornflower. Oh, thank you, Ruth. It might be, but if it was a ruby growing in an emerald, it would be way more expensive, I think. Azalea is hand sewing a purse.
What? Who's asking
I'm
that?
outside, Terry. She says go outside and hold them above the
Oh,
paper, then paint their shadows using a variety of colors and flowers.
oh my gosh. I have
Yeah,
not
that
been
sounds
trying a
good.
lot
I've done
lately,
that.
and I'm
Yeah,
currently
look
trying
at
to
the
make these
shadow
wings look
here.
good.
Isn't that a beautiful color for that shadow? It's almost like it's almost, I'm not sure why it's that color, but anyway, I was like, maybe it's the reflection. I don't know. Maybe I'll move this and see if I still get that color. Nope. Oh, and then you know what? This thing collapses. Isn't that cool? It's silicone. And I can use that to put in my bag when I watercolor if I want to go somewhere in watercolor, which I'm doing now. And I don't have, like, if you're going to have to, you need a water cup, that thing collapses down. It's perfect. And it's not too heavy. Usually I have a little water container and it's pretty good, but it's only one reservoir and then you get kind of murky water really fast. This is a really pretty one too. I'm gonna pull this. The thing has a really sharp stem. Boy, I had to put like my back into getting that. Green zoazite and black hornblende. Isn't that a pretty flower right there? I don't know what this says. We'll paint it though. I think it looks prettier than, I don't know. I love that texture and pattern there. All right. Got my handy dandy optivisors. What do I do with my pencil? It's ever the way. Is hunting my stuff as I set it down. So I think I am going to paint this or draw this. I'll do this one. I'm going to do it right next to it. I watched this talk about certain artists and if they paint, I bet I can get in closer. I am barely hanging on here with my,
Struggling.
that's I don't know if it's a bachelor button. It looks like it. I think there's too much, the light is too strong on it. Maybe. If I turn off the light, let me see if that's not enough. Okay, this is just natural daylight. Is that too dark, you guys? Might be a little dark. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on this side. I don't know
Oh
why I
my
said
gosh, I'm trying to make this look good, fighting for my life right now. This is not happening. Skip. Can just have it focused on your screen for a while because no, 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 no.
All right. You guys are probably like, are they gonna ever begin?
Getting settled.
I'm getting settled. I'm gonna do one, I think. Start. Well, I think it's easier without having it on camera, you guys. Do you think that's true? Because I think it's true. Look at how pretty this side is. I don't know. I don't know what this is. We got them at the farmer's market. This, I believe, is either a bachelor button or I want to say a cornflower. That's what that reminds me of. It's a really beautiful blue. I'm going to put my optivisors and lose the hat. So, when you're painting with, this is a set of gouache. I think I'll do both of these, but I'll do this one to start. What I like to do is either draw it out meticulously or sketch it really fast with watercolors. And either way is really kind of fun, depending on what kind of outcome you're looking for. And since I have it right here, it's pretty easy to kind of sketch as I go, or as I'm looking at it, I mean to say. Clem says it's a cornflower. Bonnie says, I got such beautiful flowers at the farmer's market. Isn't that the best? I like this texture that's on the bottom. It kind of looks like an artichoke, almost. That's neat texture. And this is I think it's a B lead in this pencil. And I kind of learned to draw this way from, well, I took courses, but I learned from another book called, what was that called? Drawing What You See. And it's a book on, it's kind of a meditation book. And it's the idea is that you're drawing not what your brain thinks it sees, but the shapes you're seeing. And so I kind of learned to draw shape first. Oh, Vicky, what kind of wildflowers do you have where you are? I feel like there's a lot of the similar, like some of these are very similar to the ones we have in and around Asheville. Wouldn't you say, Azalea? We have cornflowers. I don't know what this is. It's giving me, it kind of reminds me of a hydrangea.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really, like, I know what a cornflower looks like, but I can't say I've seen any recently, that's for sure.
What I'm doing now is I'm going to mix up that shadow color. Because I like to do the shadows. I work from shadow first. That's a little too strong. Maybe I'll gray that out. But interestingly, if you look, if I really peer at that shadow, there's a lot of variation in tone in there. There's like close to the stem, it's greenish. Oh, Vicky says she has echinacea. I don't think it's a passion flower. This one, it might be. But usually when I think this is on a really long stem, and I think passion flowers are usually on a vine, I want to say. What's the weather like in San Fran? Well, you know what? I'm not really in San Francisco right now. I'm in Santa Rosa, which is a little bit north, about an hour or maybe like 45 minutes, depending on the traffic. Kind of northernly. That looks pretty. It's a little darker than I wanted. But this is easy to water it down. So I'm just getting some of those fuzzy shapes. I feel like if you do this first, I've been shown several different ways to do this over the years. Some people will put their shadows after. I put them first. I work from the shadows out. And it seems to me to be just a little easier because then you can work on top of it. Shuri says, I just saw a technique of taking the main color and mixing it with its opposite to make the shadow color. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty standard. That's making a nice, like a richer, you're getting a richer color that way. So if I were to do that, I would take this ultramarine and burnt sienna over here would be the complement to that, I think, that ultramarine. We'll see what that looks like. We'll try it right here and right now. I think it needs a little more blue. Yeah, that's a nice color. Yeah, that's definitely nice. I could almost add a little more warmth to that. Yeah, I never use blacks in my things until like the last, like the super dark. I think a more saturated color can be found by using, and here it looks like I'm looking at this shadow here and it's definitely warmer. And I can lift anytime by taking a clean brush with water and just going through like that and kind of lifting some of that color, dragging it over. And interestingly, the shadow color changes, probably because of the type of light I have. And then you just fuzz out your shapes, fuzz them all out. You don't want any hard. That is that crow, you guys. He's been standing over me all day long, making comments. I don't mind, but still. Be like, listen, I'm going live right now, friend. There's a lot of these little tiny lizards, and they look like teeny little dragons. They're really cute. Yeah, I can see I need to be darker in my shadow, which is easy because it's still wet. And you guys are probably noticed this is not standard watercolor. This is gouache, but look at this. When you add a lot of water to it, it's basically the same thing. It'll dry without any kind of sheen, though. Sometimes if you have those watercolors that are made with honey, you get a really pretty sheen. This, not so much. I think it could be a little bit cooler right in here. Pretty fun. Yes, light and shadow are always tricky, but I think it's the fun part, you know? Once you get that, I mean, even if you can't draw, your painting will look good. It's like the, oh, something that's happening. Oh, the sprinklers are turning on. I hope there isn't one under me. Oh, you're new to painting, Cherie. Okay, now that sputtering is not me. It is the sprinkler system. Oh yeah, when they do those little push-ups, it is so funny. It's like, what are you guys doing? All right, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna start putting in. Usually, I want to get this kind of purpley blue now.
I'm drawing Thistledown from Jonathan Strange.
You're not gonna paint a cornflower with me?
I don't have a cornflower at hand. It's
Does
nighttime,
that look like?
basically.
You know what? Does that look like the close? Does that look close? I think it looks pretty close.
I like it.
I think it looks pretty close. So with watercolor, they tell you to preserve your whites. Preserve your whites. So always go dark first. And leave as much white as you can. So it's kind of dry. Not at that dry. Let me see if it spreads in that part. I'm okay with that kind of spreading action. So I'm putting in the shadows where I see them. The darkest parts of the flower. And this brush is really nice and pointed. It's called a snap. I think I got it at Michael's. You hear that breeze? It sounds really awesome. All these birds and things cheeping. Okay. I'm going to let that dry for a second. Oh, Vicky says, these past few weeks you've inspired me to try to paint. You know, even if you just get, you know, you can get a Crayola set from Target. You can probably get the whole thing for under 20 bucks. And it's actually pretty relaxing just to mix different colors together. It's surprising. Your brain will go on autopilot. Especially if you don't try to make something that looks pretty. If you can do color wheels or something just to get your, you know, just to open the door. Kind of fun to do, I think. All right, now
Yeah,
that's a pretty saturated green. I'm going to get some yellow. Too much yellow. I'm going to go in here and get some ochre. I'm getting closer. It's kind of, that stem is like a grayed out green. Bonnie, what should you be working on? She says she's watching and should be working. Well, maybe just gathering information. This brush is too long, you guys. It keeps hitting the camera. All right, that's too light. Go in with that contrast. This is a little bit of burnt sienna and see if that what that looks like. Mix up that shadow color. I'm kind of tempted to just, let's see. We'll get in like this. Oh shoot. Just bumped it. One. There's so many little creatures making sound effects. Bonnie says, I need to be working on a commission piece I'm doing. It's acrylic on a large stone as a memorial. Oh, well that's nice. I saw around Kate's house, they had this pile of painted rocks. And they were all different sizes. And there was a sign, and it was like, take one or leave one. And I wanted to leave one, but I didn't have one. So, and I didn't have a chance. I was like, hey, can we paint some rocks? She's like, we don't have time. We don't have time.
Kate
We don't
has
have
us on a
to
tight
to-
schedule.
She did have us on a good, tight schedule.
We
That
need
way,
it though.
I do need to be wrangled. Because left to my own devices, I get up to stuff that's not,
Shenanigans.
I just get up to no good. Like, sure, let's paint rocks.
Just doing random stuff you shouldn't be doing. Is the way.
Ronnie says, I'm interested in purse creating. Are you using patterns or freeform? I think Azalea created her own pattern.
I really like Monster High, and there's a character. Her name is Dracula. She's like, she's a vampire. She's obviously the daughter of Dracula, and she has a little purse that's a coffin with a pink heart on the front, and some other little details. And I was scouring the internet, and nobody else made that exact purse. Like Hot Topic made a kind of
Version
not
of it.
so good version of something else, like a different like kind of Dracula inspired bag that's not as good, but mine is going to be fantastic. And I had to draft my own pattern because I even went on Etsy to find all sorts of different kinds of coffin bag patterns, and none of them are what I was looking for. They were no good, so I had to do my own.
Well, that's the way it is. That's how I started making anything. You want something, you're going to have to get in there.
Yeah, for real. But I don't mind. It's been working out. I was kind of scared to do my own pattern since I have to hammer all the holes and hand sew it. So then, if you hand sew and burnish all the edges, and then when you actually get it all together, the pattern doesn't work out, it sounds like it's devastating. But as I'm going now, it seems like it's going to work good, so I'm excited.
Yeah, the gouache does cover. For sure, gouache is opaque. If I put it on thick, it will cover. I am excited to see the finished bag, Azalea.
Me too. Me too.
We were talking
We'll
about if I
see.
sold a bunch of paintings, then we would get a sale right. So that's on there. Our goal is to get one so we can sew thick things. Now, see, here's the bonus of using gouache. You can totally cheat. And by cheat, I'm going to show you what that means. This is called cheating. This is white. But you know what? I kind of see it as this is how you use gouache. I never said it was watercolor only. Because purists would say, Cynthia Thornton, set down your brush.
You mention this story every time we're doing a painting tutorial.
Well, that's because it happens.
Talking
'Cause
about
I
the
know
purist.
that there's folks
Every
out there right
time.
now. I'm just letting them know that I know that what I'm doing is breaking the code. And I'm
Oh
aware
well.
of it. See, I'm aware of it. And if you know what the code is, you can break it. But if you don't know, then that's probably why they would want to educate me and tell me I'm doing it wrong, because that always happens. I get an email, Cynthia, that's not how you're supposed to do that. You shouldn't be showing people. I'm like, okay, thank you.
That is
I'm gonna,
extremely creepy.
I'll do it again anyway. Well, it's how I paint. If you want to know how I do it, we'll watch you how you do it, and then it's all good. See, I'll watch other people. Not afraid. So with gouache, you can get in there and see there's this white area. Put it close so you can see that. If I were doing this in watercolor, I would have used watercolor only. I would have used some mask to mask that off, so it would have preserved them. But I didn't because I was impatient and because I don't ever use mask. Let's be real. See, I'm going to bring my highlights back with white mixed with a little. See that? There. Boom. Got some highlights. And I can keep going if I wanted to, put more. Oh, thank you, Colete. She says, breaking other people's rules. Well, I mean, you will get, I mean, the rule is there because you will get cleaner watercolors. There's a reason that it's there. But it does take a lot of self-control not to go in and just cover the whole thing. That's part of why watercolor can be one of the most difficult paints to master. Sometimes it's really spontaneous how some of the colors will bleed into each other and make patterns, and you might not expect it at first. But as you get familiar with it, you can learn all the ways and then break your own rules. It's fun. Oh, Sheree says, I have an artist friend who says that however you get the results is right. Oh, I agree. However you get those results. I'm going to use some more of this color here. I need a lighter color to get that. A lighter tone of that. The good part about this divided water thing is that I have my brush cleaning set on this side, and it's not, I have some clean water to add to my colors so it's not all murky. It's easy to get murky, especially if you have, like, your water is really full of other colors. Oh, you're showing it. It's pretty cute. That's real cute. Good job, Azalea. Adorable. I'll put in the last bit of this. Oh, what a nice color that is. Blew it out. They're so chromatic. There was a bunch of them alongside the road when we were pulling in, and they just seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. It's cute, Azalea. Marty. I miss my cat. Oh, thank you, Teresa. She says, my painting is really popping out. It is. It's starting to get there. It's taking shape, as they say. And I can go in and add some more darks. I like that color, though. That kind of saturated, I don't even know what I would call that. Probably like an indigo, maybe. It's blue, but it's also a strong purple. That might be getting close. What a nice shape of a leaf. Or petal, I guess. This place is not very quiet. There's always wind and birds cheeping. But you know what? Last night it was eerily quiet. and it kind of made me feel nerve-wracked. Except this morning when this bird was standing at the window cheeping.
The shape of this cat is just his back. I made it look like he was shook. I accidentally made the ridge of his back so tall. He looks like you scared him in the hallway. He made his body thick, but it's not a bad look. I like it. I like a cat, a thick cat.
Yeah, me too. I
It's
saw a
good.
cat yesterday when I was walking, and I made friends with it. And I was hoping that it would come back with me to the house, but it didn't. So that was disappointing.
You
All
expect
right.
a cat to do the things that you want a cat to do. The cat will do
Hmm.
anything but what you want it to do. It's going to do what he
The,
wants to do.
yes, that's just natural.
Still going to kiss it though. I'm going to go
Mm.
grab that cat and kiss it on the face. It's okay.
Yes, indeed.
This
You
is
make
so
those
weird.
little black things
Okay,
there.
don't look at that. He does have some strong opinions. The real Marty does. I kind of made his face look a little bit weird because I was kind of looking at the camera at the same time and it got disoriented. This is like a fairy person that I was working on. It's supposed to be Thistledown from Jonathan Strange, but I didn't finish the little coat because I could not get the angle of that shoulder blade right. I haven't drawn in a while, so
Meow.
this
That's
is
cute.
my warm up.
Yeah, and the lady is nice. So cute. Well, that was fun. Did you guys see that? That's my sketch. Maybe you think I should do another one, Azalea? What do you think?
Yes, I'm probably
Another
gonna do something else right now, right here.
okay. What do you guys think? Are you done with this story or are you ready for another one? What's the thoughts here? Here it is, you can look close. And here's the thing again. Yeah, I kind of went a little wild with that shape. Went a little bit wild. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, Bonnie says it's raining here, and she likes to paint when the sunlight comes in. Oh, hi, Hobie. Hobie, I miss you. He says the shadow makes it pop. Oh, good.
Hobie, I miss you.
Don't mock your mother.
Aw.
Well, I'm just, when we were growing up, you didn't say anything about anything. Like if you missed someone, you would have the look. And maybe you would bump your shoulder with another person's shoulder. But as I've gotten older, I think that it's good to tell people when you love them and when you miss them.
That's good.
Even though it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable to do it, it's nice. Maybe I'll do this one. Didn't take long, only a few minutes, and I didn't even really have to draw it. What a cool shape that has. I particularly like that side. There's all these veins, and it's kind of like a hydrangea from this side. If you look at it, it looks just like a hydrangea. I want to break one off to show you what the pod looks like. I would paint this one, but that's like, I would want to get in there with the cells and really do it. Paint it up. Okay, we'll do this side next to it. Hobie likes your cat creature, Azalea.
Oh, thanks. I've drawn that before and it was way cuter, but I was more focused. So maybe I can redraw it and post about it because I like a cat head on a bird body. I think that looks very good.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I draw, I hold my pencil back, and I'm not going to try and make a photograph because if I want a photo, I'll just get my phone out and take a photo. So it's an exercise of what my eyes see. All right. I'm standing over this, so it's hard to draw a straight line towards me. Mm-hmm. Oh, you would like to see a cat bird. Azalea just carved a cat face. It's really cute.
And Shibuichi too. You guys want to see?
And Shibu. Show it, daughter. Isn't that adorable, y'all? So
Marty,
sweet.
my son. I also did a horseshoe crab. but it's very blunt, blunt in the face.
Blunt in the face.
Little feet on the underside, his tail making the bail. And you know what? Dad gave these to me just as the live was starting, so I didn't have time to make a tag.
Oh.
So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to wear this or keep it, but or wear it or sell it because it's pretty heavy and somebody might like it, but it's one of my first pieces I've ever made, so it's beginner work, but I still think it's cute.
I think it looks great.
Thank you.
So again, I'm going to go in with those shadows first. And I'll use what I made over here because that's pretty close. Even though that shadow is a little more purplish to my eye, I would think a little more blue, purpley blue. I've been painting everything with the same brush. I'm getting my money's worth out of it.
I'm trying to draw the ancient pagan god Cernunnos of the forest.
Nunos.
I love him.
I've listened to many books on tape featuring that as a character. Writers like to use, especially in urban fantasy. I think he makes an appearance in this book called the Dresden Files. Max, does he have any interests? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he likes to draw and that shadow. I think
I make
it's
him help me hammer the holes in my leather bags. I have him doing that all day long.
He
I had
doesn't.
him up there for like 4 hours the other day. He's like, "Can I go downstairs now?" I was like, "No. Keep punching them holes." And he did.
It's good.
But you know what? We're making a bag for my dad, so he can help. He didn't do anything else for Dad, so there you go. Father's Day gift.
It's good.
A lot of work.
And sewing leather is kind of hard. I remember making a sketchbook cover, and it was a lot of work. But it came out really good. We'll let that dry for a second. I don't want any hard edges in my Hobie says the shadow of this one begins to look like a body for the flower as a head. Kind of. Yeah, I could see that. I think the darkest part of this is that maroon color I'm getting in there. And I'd pick that up. Again, I like to get those darks in.
Messed up that horn.
Could be a little
I'll
more
fix that, yeah.
brown. It's a little too chromatic. Get in there and make it nice. Yeah, it's pretty relaxed up in here. I mean, there's
I know, chill
that
vibes.
breeze
Right
is sort of making me feel a little drowsy. Got a nice drink.
now. Me too.
This San Pellegrino, like a soda water. Yeah, it gives it. There's these nice veins on that, but they're green, but also purple at the same time. Purpley green. That's a really murky color right there, but boy, it looks good on the thing. Oh, Vicky, Max loves video games. Like passion.
Oh, yeah.
That's like his favorite.
That is his way. I keep trying to get him to do like other stuff too, but it's kind of hard. 13-year-old boy.
Well, you
Plus
know what?
video
That's
games
what
with his friends.
I think you just have to let that play out because you liked games
Yeah.
when you were young.
I
You know,
guess
not
so if
now,
you want to
but
compare,
like,
but I don't know. I don't think it was the same. We didn't have the same kind of things.
yeah, it's true. So I'm doing these dark veins first because they will blend in nicely when it's time to add the other darks. These greens that are coming in. Yeah, it's a green and purple. There's more purpley green there. It's easy to get kind of murky colors, so that's why I use this divided container, or just get 3 different containers. That's what I usually do. If I didn't have that, I would have like 3 different ones. But you know, when you go to somebody else's house, you don't want to be like, "Hey, can I use your drinking cups that you use for your beverages with my paint?" Because that's, you know, sometimes it's frowned on. A little bit frowned on. I love that patterning.
Oh my god, I messed it up so hard just now. Uh.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
I guess
coming
we
up.
just have to go with the fan finger ears. That is no bueno. Nobody look at that for a second. All right, it's back to the Cynthia show. We
Oh,
don't need to look at this. Uh,
what's
true
happening,
tugboat
my
sound right
beautiful
now.
daughter?
I just colossally messed up my drawing, yo. Everybody's like looking at you painting that nice flower, and then they look over at my screen, and I made his ears like hands. It's no good. No, 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 no.
Like hams?
What? No, no. I tried to make his ears like. You know what? I don't want to talk
Are you
about it.
trying to
It
make?
didn't look good. I don't want to talk about it. Traumatized.
Well, that's okay.
No, Hobie, you don't have to lie to me. Nah.
Yeah.
We should people we're at the hour mark.
How
What?
did
How did
that
that happen?
happen?
I don't know. I got so
Yeah.
sucked into drawing I didn't even realize what was going on.
Yep. You were like,
Very
listen.
invested in that Marty bird.
Yeah, it looked good.
It was okay. I could do better.
So
I'm pretty
now what I'm
critical of my
doing
work sometimes.
is I'm blending out some of this area with like a little bit of a wash of pinks and greens, and it kind of blends in and softens those shapes. I'll let it kind of run together to make those colors. They're naturally granulating. Granulating is when they break apart like this, and I like it. I like that story. I'm going to switch gears here to do the stem. I'm almost done with this, Azalea. Don't worry.
I'm not worried. I'm quietly kissing Marty right now.
Lucky.
I know, you jealous?
Yeah,
Yeah,
full
I bet.
force.
He's very
Wouldn't you
handsome.
be?
Sitting on his stool right now, and his tail looks very thick. I'm gonna go kiss him again.
So pretty. Yeah, that I sometimes it's easy to make them where the color is a little dull on that side. Trying to get it less grayed out. Make a nice shadow. Oh, Carla, she says, my granddaughter used to be my crafting buddy. Now she's into makeup and cheerleading. She wants to shop at Ulta instead of Michael's. Well, I think that's a phase. You hope, right? I do like Ulta too, though. And I like getting,
Oh,
what do I like to
sorry.
get at Ulta?
Marty's sitting in my lap. He's
Mostly
crying a
like
lot.
eyeliner. It's kind of fun. It's like crayons for your face, though.
I feel like I look goofy with eyeliner.
I like it.
I went through a phase that lasted about a month when I was like 14 trying to do the black kind of gothic eyeliner. And I
Mm.
was getting really into the cure and I was like, I'm gonna do that too. And then I was like almost blinded myself. So I was like, okay, maybe not. That's not for
Oh,
me right now.
well,
Sorry. Marty's here. He has things to say.
he doesn't want to listen to you.
He
He
cries
wants
a
to go
lot. He
back
doesn't
to
want to be on
resting.
camera.
No, that's That's the hard part of being, young and beautiful.
So young and handsome, so tender-hearted. He wants his freedom. All right, we got to do this lot set. We've been going an hour painting and chatting.
Okay. Well, let
Okay.
me just put this last those little stamens in. Little, those little things at the top. I think they're called stamens. Pistons.
What?
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
talking about these little giblets right here. That's what.
The
These little,
giblets. I'm
you
gonna
know.
start without you. I'm just gonna start showing people stuff. You're just gonna have to wait. All
Oh.
right, let me see. Let me pick something good in here. First thing to start. I'm actually not trying to pick something good. I'm trying to find the first number, but I didn't organize these very good. And also, there's ink on my hands.
Pistols.
So I got a
Thank you,
pretender.
Carla.
Where did I put that? No
Oh,
good.
thank you. She's looking at the painting. All right. Yeah, that looks... Okay, so you guys can see there's some
These.
shadow action in there.
And this.
But not too bad.
I'm a big fan of this right now.
The shadowing could have been a little better, a little stronger on that. All right, let's switch it, and you go full force, full camera,
Full force.
full
Oh, me
force.
full?
Yeah, you got the, no need to split the screen for.
Well, I don't know how to make it full force on mine. If I click the main big one, it'll make yours big because you were here first.
Oh shoot!
I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I
really?
can't really make it full on my camera. Sorry. There's no. I don't know how
Okay.
to do it unless Kate is there and she knows what to do. She can comment those instructions or something. Make her be the tech support through the live. Marty, get off the table, boy.
He
Here's
likes
we
to be
got
on
some
the
Cal
table.
Sydney. We got some aquamarine.
Oh, let me
Talk
see.
about it,
Go
Mama.
put your camera closer so I can really see it.
It's pretty close. I don't think it's gonna get any closer.
Oh no, yeah, there you go. I can see it. Oh yeah, those
This
are really
is
great.
one of our. We have two of these. These were part of that strand that we had of aquamarine, and instead of selling the whole thing or splitting it into quarters, we put it as half strands. So
No.
I restrung the whole thing, so then you would have some small, medium, and large action in there.
Good job. That looks good. I love that color. That seafoam
Me
color.
too.
Oh, tell people how to get stuff, Azalea. You got to tell
Oh,
how it is.
so because we might have new people. Most people know how to do it by now, but
Yeah, Kathy says
you
lot number,
comment
what does that say? 388? And
388.
oh, nice. Those are
And we
beautiful. I
have
love
two
the
of
color.
these. See, I wrote it on the back. That's the aquamarine half strand. 24 for lot
Nice.
388.
Those are
And that's how
juicy.
I do it. And if you comment
Oh,
it,
let me
then I can
put
write down your name. Yeah, I see. I
Azalea.
see. I see it, Mom.
Kathy
I
wants
can
it.
see the comments.
I said, don't forget about Kathy.
You forget about Kathy?
Mm-mm. I was just wondering if you could see what I see.
I can see exactly what you see. I can see all the comments. We're here at the same time. We got two of those. One is gone. Kathy got the first one.
I know. I love them.
Trying to inflict urgency on everybody, but there's no urgency. This is pretty
There's
chill vibe.
It is a chill
No,
vibe.
not urgency in sight. Then we have these Chalcedony drops. These are
Yeah, I hoarded the
I like that
living
they're kind
heck
of
out of
pink.
those. They
I know
are
you have like a whole thing of them. That's lot 390 for $10. We have
pink.
two of those, but we have more. So if a bunch of people wanted them somehow for some reason, I could just make a
Yeah, I
bunch.
got
They're
those
pretty
because
easy.
you usually see those in rounds, like small mini rounds or faceted rondelles. You don't really see them in that shape very often. And I love those as a earring drop at the very bottom. It's my favorite.
This is not. I'm trying to figure out how to make.
Oh, the lots.
No, I'm trying to figure out
Oh,
how to make the
first.
screens big, yo. But now it's like showing yours, isn't it?
Mm.
No good. No bueno. I guess we're just gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to look at it in miniature view,
I don't think it's that
half
miniature.
screen
It
view.
looks pretty good.
It might just be miniature because I'm looking at it through
Oh, can
StreamYard.
I make yours? How can I do solo layout for yours? There, I did it.
Oh, good
Yay!
job. Yay, mom figured it out. Okay. We also have these. Okay, so mom has this little box and it's got some garnets in it, and I'm pretty obsessed with garnets. Like thoroughly obsessed with garnets. Don't mind the ink all over my fingers. Y'all saw what I was doing previously. But I've been obsessed with garnets for
Show them the
years.
light.
I gotta get some proper lighting happening
You
here, but
guys
it's kind of
remember
hard to.
Kia, or maybe you don't. She's at a Truth or Consequences. I haven't seen her at a show in ages. But anyway, she always had the best rough,
We
like
have one of these
interesting,
for the
crazy
garnet.
looking stuff, like shapes that you could never see. So what's that number on there? I can't read it from here.
395 is the lot number for this one.
Okay, so
These
that's
garnets, you can't
395.
see their sparkle in this light, but if you know, like any garnet, if you hold it up to the light, you can see that nice red. But it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
hard to show it when the camera is so low because it's like, where do you even aim that? So I don't know.
So,
But that
one thing to
is,
note is those garnets are not cut. Those are how they grew. And when Kia was telling me
we're gonna
about
get this
those
focus.
are out of North Carolina actually. They're riverbed garnets, and they were just drilled. Some of them I actually drilled out even more so I could put them on leather. Those I didn't get a chance to drill out, but they're not too difficult to drill. They're about like a 6 or a 7 on the Mohs scale, and that's a lot. What, 395? Nice.
That's what it says. These are my favorites. You guys ready for this right now?
Mm.
Look at those. You hold those, and even just here without holding them in the light directly, you can see a little glint of that red. Yeah, you see that? I love that. I love gemstones that have a lot of clarity. I like garnet. I like peridot. Um,
Yeah, me too.
I just like bright colors in gemstones. I think they're juicy, like little fruits. This one, these garnet drops. We have two of these, two lots. It's lot 391.
Right.
I think those.
Yeah, they are
They are
big.
big,
Actually.
Sherry.
They are
All
big.
right,
And
I got.
oh,
Let me
so
see.
tell
Do I got
about
any more of
Azalea if
these?
you're watching on the replay and you've never done this before. What we'll do is you can email and ask about, whatever lot you're into, and then we can get back to you with if it's available or not. Sometimes we have a lot of pieces and
Who are
sometimes
you, Facebook user? Facebook user that says 391. I see Kathleen Batchelor that said 391 and Facebook user. Who is Facebook user?
do you get
All right,
plum
next
garnets?
one.
Occasionally, I have some in my private
I like
collection.
these. Look at those. You can see those, the redness of those pretty easily right now. These
Mm,
long
that's
ones, that's lot 396. I love these too.
that's
These would look
more
good on
like,
like an epic
yeah,
gem
back in the
necklace.
day.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Jermaine,
Jermaine. Jermaine, I'll put
you
you
know
down,
we
Jermaine. I didn't
I
know that
have
was you. Usually you don't have any trouble getting in on StreamYard.
it's yes, StreamYard is a little.
Sometimes kind of a pain. I got you, Jermaine. I got you. All right. This is lot
We were gonna
396, the
go
last one I just
somewhere.
showed.
Go
I
to
love these. See
one
that?
of the tide pool areas. That's on my wish list for this trip. We're here for another. Today makes the I think day 8 or yeah, 8 more days, and then go back home. But we were talking about maybe going out to the coast or something, or
All right. Let's see
finding
what else we got here.
some things to look at.
Where did
Not hard here.
I
There's a
had to
lot
put
to look at.
those?
There's a really cool botanical garden that I like to walk. But you know what? It's weird. It closes at such an early time. Like, I think it's
Look at
closed
these.
now. It closes at
These are
4.
like candy. I love gemstones that look like candy. These rubies, I think we've had them before
Oh,
in like
yeah.
bigger
That's,
bundles for like, close to $40. I made a little small bundle of them. I made two small bundles of them. And I
they're
love
my.
how they're like kind of matte and like they would
Well,
taste good.
again, that's, those are cut, I believe. But they're cut in the shape of the ruby itself. They must have been a massive vein of that ruby because that's big. They have a nice
I love
plummy
them.
color. It's like it kind of reminds me of
Delicious.
something I could chew.
That's what I was just saying. That's lot 392 for these gummy rubies. I would probably bite it. They look like they would be like vitamins.
Mm. I know those are usually the ones that I pick for myself. The light is a little dark.
Rosalinda, I see you for
Did you
lot
put it in,
396.
oh, Rosalinda, she sees it. And Julie wants some. Julie, you're gonna like these, I think.
Come on, you guys. Usually mom can show it while I'm writing it, but since I'm got one hand, I
Mm-hmm.
display with one, write with the
Hey,
other.
get your brother over
392
there
for
to put his
Julie.
palm in the thing. He
He
can
didn't
draw
even wash
it.
his
He
hands.
can. Don't bully your brother,
Um,
Azalea.
that's
Don't
not
bully your
bullying.
brother.
That's just factual.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but true. True that. I like those. We have one more of these sitting here. About 392. See, I got two of them. These gummies. This one, I like that shape
Mm-mm.
on that. I would bite it, probably. I'd probably put,
Mm.
yeah.
I would put that as a
If
center
I
on a
had zero
necklace.
self-control, it would be in my mouth right now.
You know what it's good for is one of the treasure necklaces.
This is next. Oh,
That
this
would
got kind of
be
tangled
very
up,
good
yo.
on a treasure necklace.
So we had these in a full strand for like 50 bucks or something around that range of these
Azalea said
pink.
maybe doing a snack pack of it might be better because if you don't know if you might not want a whole full, you know, full deal.
We've always done either full strands or teeny tiny bites. And I was like, okay, what if you got like a big half bite? So we had
Mm.
one of these left, and I just cut it in half and I did the color shift in the center. You see how there's like pink in the middle and more pale pink on the edges. These are exactly the same. Um,
You did a good job shifting it.
I like these personally. I like pink opal. I like a soft pink. This is lot.
No,
I've
it's
got
kind
two
of
of
has
these.
mermaid
Only
vibes,
two.
I
We
think.
only have these left.
Yeah.
We don't have these any more of these. Of this shape, of this color, of any of that. This is the last. That's
Mm-hmm.
lot 394. Fighting for my life trying to pick up that tag.
They're pretty. I love them. They remind me of shell, but without the, without it being shell.
I know. All right.
I usually like shell, but sometimes I think I don't want to get too much of it just because it's like, where's it coming
Oh,
from?
I see you for 394. I can't remember. We wrote down how to pronounce your name last week. Sochi?
Oh,
Soshi?
there it is. Yeah, I think
Hello.
it's either
I see
one.
you
I
for
like that.
394.
It's a cute
Okay, I'm
name.
writing it. Hold on. I'm writing it. Struggling. Because I kind of put it on the other side, so I got to kind of reach a little bit. I don't know if I can depend on Max if he came up here. He'd probably walk off or something in the middle of it. Rosalinda, I see you. Alright. 394. Alright, those are gone. Nice. Thank you, guys. Alright, there's also this. This is the only other thing we have of pink opal this evening. This is also, I did organize this by the size. I put the biggest ones in the middle, the biggest, pinkest ones. And I actually have a strand of these for myself, I think, in my room. And I like to wear them because I like pink. I
And
like
they're
a more of a hot
soft
pink, is my
ballet
favorite.
pink.
But this, yeah, this is like a pale baby ballet dancer pink. I like that story.
I think it's
Show a
kind
little
of like
closer.
that murky pink that's so popular right now.
I need to wash my fingers, bro. I got all that ink on there on accident, yo. Oh, Kim Carnes got lot
Mm,
393. No more of that. Thank you, Kim.
they're good.
Thank
I
you
have
guys for being so patient with the other orders. We've been cranking them out every day, getting them done, and we
working
appreciate
hard.
everybody supporting us and being patient with us because we got to make all that stuff. It feels good because I
Getting,
feel like
more.
I'm friends with everybody here. I don't feel like you guys are just. I don't feel like we're just our business and you guys are just customers. I feel like we're friends too. Some of
Well,
y'all I message
we
personally sometimes.
it
So
is fun to meet in person, because you communicate pretty much weekly. Then it feels like, I don't know, and it is friendly and pretty cool.
okay, I think I got everybody that said something. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, thanks, Teresa. I was kind of nervous about yours. We're getting it out. We're getting it out. Oh, that sounds nice, Carla. I just finished a pink opal ladder stitch bracelet with gold leather and a golden ammonite button. You should post that in the group so I can see it. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see that. All right, this is the
Good.
next one. This is lot 387. It's got a lot of flash, I think what they call it. Is that called flashiness? When it's kind of
Yes, that's
glinting.
really
This is Rainbow
good.
Moonstone.
Oh yeah, that's that triple
This
A
is a
grade.
this is a rainbow moonstone half strand that I put together, and because the other one is like $100 and something. I'm pretty sure I have a whole strand right here, and then I have this half strand here. This is lot 387 for $48, which is a little bit of a discount because this full strand, lot 29, one of our first lot sales is 110. So this is the
Yeah.
whole strand. You guys can get that too if you wanted it, but we showed it before. This
Those are
one,
good. I love, 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 love Rainbow Moonstone.
this one's lot 29.
I feel like in the 90s is when I first fell in love with that. I had a ring that I got at this place called Enter the Earth, or it was like something like that. Into the Earthly Kingdom or something. It was a store.
Earthly Kingdom.
It's like a nature's wonder. I'm like, maybe that's bread though. What was that store called? But when I first saw it, I couldn't believe that that could be like real, you know? It's amazing.
All right, for lot, let's see, did we show a lot 389? Because Julie says so. Maybe she means 387 or something. I'm not really sure, Julie. Maybe 387 or 386. I'll let you retype that because I don't think we've shown a lot 389 yet. Let's see. Did we? Kind of can't remember. No, we
Look
haven't.
back at
All right.
your.
Hmm?
You look back to your stuff and it wasn't.
The stuff right here that I have here that I've already shown, I don't have a 389 sitting here, but I'm sure it was just a mistype. Yeah, 387 she says. Nice. That's this one right here. Very nice. Lot
Hmm.
387 for Julie Liston.
I
Thank you, Julie.
love that. Have you guys tried the Rainbow Moonstone with like a gold color component? I think it looks like angelic or something. I don't know. I love it that color together.
We have some of this pre-night, and you know what? This reminds me of like kind of like creek water, but if it was a little bit more clean. Like we have those creek water beads
Hmm.
in our kits, and they'll have like those little inclusions that are like the dirt and leaves that you find in the creek water. But this is the creek water in the summertime, and
With
it's
the
the nice
sun dappling the
cleanness.
surface.
I know
Yeah,
the
I can
sun
see
glinting
that.
on it,
Yeah,
golden
that's
water.
almost like a golden prehnite almost. It's greenish gold. Kind of like I would call that a
I'm a big fan of that, by the way. We
uh,
had some other pre-night. I'm not sure if we showed any pre-night
yeah,
tonight
I
yet.
picked it.
This is only
I
the
love
first
it.
one.
Yeah, that is really pretty. I would put spacers on that and just put like an inch or so and then put like pink with it. Wouldn't you think? I think pink would look really pretty with that. Like a juicy
Yeah, we
pink
got two
tone.
of those. See that? That's all we got for this for the pre-night for tonight is these two strands. I like them. I
Seemed
like
like
that color.
prehnite was
They're not super
everywhere.
popular, but it's my favorite. All
I
right.
saw my
So I
friend
think
Anna at a show and we were both like it was so funny because we were both like at the same table getting gemstones, but we were not looking up at each other. And I must have stood there for like 45 minutes and did not realize that it was my friend standing right next to me. I was so fixated. We were both so fixated. And I finally looked up and I was like, Nina? And she was like, oh my God, we've been standing here. And it was pretty hilarious because
you guys were so
when you're
invested
looking
in
at beads, man, the whole world just goes away.
that. Wow.
It
All
does.
right.
You've seen
So
us. Oh, Pat's with us today. Hi, Pat.
hello everybody. We've got more people coming in. So
You.
that I have shown all of our gemstones for this evening, and I'm about to go show the last of our stuff that we have that's for silver. We didn't have like a huge selection tonight, but I will show you guys all this stuff again for anybody that's new. So we had, I'm pretty sure this one is 388 for this aquamarine, and one of these is gone. But we have one left of lot 388 of this aquamarine.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
So I'm just going to show these one last time to give everybody a chance, and then I'm going to move on to our last couple lots of silver. And
If
that's it.
anybody's interested.
If anybody's interested. If you're watching the replay, you can send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me, or you can message me on Instagram, because I'm basically the same everywhere. It doesn't really matter. It's not professional for me to accept messages on Instagram, but it doesn't really matter. If it gets the job done, then it gets the job done. You know how it goes. All right,
Oh,
so
yeah. But
and we
I think
have
Instagram messages kind of get tucked in. I don't ever, especially Facebook messages, I never see them.
so we had two of these, but now one is gone. So we've got one left of this. I see you, Kathleen, for 388. Thank you.
I
All
love
right,
them. I think you guys will be
we
happy
got
with the
one left of these
treasure.
tasty candy rubies. These are my favorites, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lisa says, hi ladies, the pre-night would look good with watermelon tourmaline. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It would
Yes.
look like a fruity
Actually, that's what I'm thinking.
beverage, yo.
If you had a really good, strong, if you had like really saturated tourmaline, we have some, but I don't know if you guys, it seems pretty, like I got it and I thought it's pretty common, but it's excellent quality. So maybe we'll show you next week if you guys are interested. If you want to give me like a thumbs up or something, if you want to see that comment just reminded me of it. Or I'll just put it with, I have a big pile of stuff that's for the kits. You know, we have 2 kits coming from for the Great Beat Extravaganza July time. I think it's called Midsummer Market, and it's going to be fun. We have a new person, and that's going to be fun.
I wonder who it is.
Well, Lisa Nevin Kelly did last time, and I love her. She's a very funny lady.
895.
And whenever I
Okay.
say her name, I have to say her whole name. I can't just call her, like, Lisa. I have to say Lisa Nevin Kelly. So
That's like Kate with her friend.
well, sometimes there's no doubt of who we are talking about.
That's
I
funny.
told her, I was like, listen, you're just going to have to deal with this because I just can't call you by your name because of, things. And she was like, understood. And that's
Whoa.
it.
All
She,
right, let's see. This one, I'm just going through, showing y'all again what's sitting on the desk right now. I think this one is gone. I was about to show it again. That would have been not good.
you're going to show it and show it.
Show it and
Where's
show it
that?
and
Show
sell it
me,
over and over again.
show me what was in the rest of that metal. Oh, you want to show that?
What?
I would put that, you know what? That would look good with that
This one's gone. I had to
Oh,
check it first, but this one, 393, that's gone.
oh, you just,
That's gone for Kim Carnes. She was
okay,
quick with
well,
it.
let's
Snatched
see.
that up.
Did you get any of the, was any of that Shibu done?
It's done, and I can probably write down different columns and put people's names under things and take orders on all this. I can show that last because they don't have lot numbers, so it might be a little bit more difficult for me, honestly. Okay, this is 386. This one we still have this rainbow moonstone. We have actually these rainbow moonstone. We have this medium sized one, the one that's slightly smaller, which is lot 387, and then we also have the biggest one, the full meal. The full meal. If I can get this tag out of my hand. That one's really glittery. That would look like a fairy's necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Like a fairy that lives in the moonlight
I
and
would
has
put those with
thistledown hair.
That's what I would put those with.
I
I
love it.
think good with
Big
gold.
fan. Big fan. All right, and I think that one's gone, and this one is left. These rough rubies.
I
I didn't know how well people would like these, the rough, because
Oh, because they're
they don't
which
look like
rough is it? Those
much.
one because it's yeah, well, I'll just put those on my treasure necklaces. I love them.
I know then people would like them, seeing them on that. Marty, what are you doing? Boy, get down. Sorry, my son is getting into things. All right, we got a couple. We only have 4 silver lots for you guys tonight, but we can take orders on these and make more, or we can take orders on like one of these because the other ones we do not I can't make a chain, so I can't make that for you. This is a octopus
Down a little
clasp.
bit.
I'm just looking at it real quick. This is a sterling silver octopus clasp. I tied them together at the bails, but they link with this hook to this little spot here. That's a sterling silver.
Yeah, I love that piece. I made that to do a multiple strand necklace. If you look at the little tentacles, they make
Oh
loops.
yeah, then they can
And
dangle down stuff.
you can either dangle, but I designed it so that it would be like, stay on the side is what I was imagining, like a 4-strand necklace, because you could easily fit 4 from those hooks, and they would kind of spread out. Oh, that, yeah.
Now we have this is
Some
a
heavy duty silver.
sterling silver 16-inch paperclip chain. Sterling silver, about $255. I think we had another one of these before, and then it sold, and then the other one kind of faded into the background. But
I
I
have
like
one
this
that I just
story.
wear.
It reminds me, whenever I see paperclip chain, I think of that project that we did for the Bumblebee Honey Garden kit, where you wrapped the tourmaline with the wire in the
That would be
paperclip
killer
chain
like that.
itself. I know, imagine taking this whole chain and wire wrapping a different little gemstone into each link. That would look awesome. Be a lot of work, but it would look sick.
Yeah, especially if you did like gold filled chain. You imagine that.
Wow, she getting fancy with it. Super fancy with it. Then we have these. I'm pretty sure these are from Hill Tribe. You talked about these before. These are silver little nugs. Lot
Mm-hmm.
268. We also had more of these. Our silver Hill Tribe pieces in the past, our lots have been well. They've done well, but these are like heavy in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
We
You
could
can't
even
get those
show
anymore.
right now. That's lot
Yeah, that's
268.
fine.
You can
I
even see
don't
we
wanna.
have a scale here. Should we
Fine.
show it on the scale, Mom? Because
Mm-mm.
they're heavy.
No, you can just
All
put those.
right.
I'll use them.
Oh yeah, she's gonna put that on her necklace. She's like, no, don't show it too hard.
I don't mind if they don't.
All right. Oh, Pat wants that. Pat, you've always gotten the Silver Hill Tribe pieces. You're collecting those little silver nugs. Lot 268 for Pat.
Well, you
Thank you,
can't get them
Pat.
anymore. I went over to ask if there was any more from my friend in Tucson, and that's the kind they just don't make that.
All right, this is the last silver thing for tonight. This is a sterling silver round link chain. It does not look like it has a clasp on it, but
That's
I
just
like this a lot
that's just
because I like how rounded
yardage
it is.
that you get, when you get it unfinished
Oh yeah.
and you buy
Imagine like
the foot.
putting that imagine putting one of the chunky silver clasps we make on that. That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa, lot octopus. All right, I got you, Teresa. I know what you mean. This one is lot 258. You guys can go look at that and drool over that nice silver chain while I write down Teresa's thing. Can look at that longingly. Lot
Mm-hmm.
274.
I've had that piece of chain for probably, I don't even know. It was just one of those kinds that's so big and heavy that I was loath to cut it. And then it's like too nice to use it on anything. And I didn't want to trim it because it's too thick. But I
All right.
think you can trim it from the links. All right. Well, that was good, Azalea. Thank you for.
We've got the Shibu if you want to show the Shibu.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's because Dad wanted me to take orders on these in case people wanted them. All right, so you guys, I showed you this earlier, but not in much detail. Here is my horseshoe crab. We found a horseshoe crab, I don't know, exoskeleton skull looking piece, the top of his head, basically this part, the top
Well,
part.
when
We found this.
they molt.
Yeah, I don't really know what the term is, but basically this front head shell piece we found on the beach on the by the ocean in Florida, and I became a little bit obsessed because they're so cute. They got the tiny nostrils so close together. I even detailed that part, and then he got little feet. But this is one of my first pieces that I've ever actually had molded. Like my other things I've carved were just rings, and they were just like one-time things. But I've never actually had any of my pieces that I've made molded, so it feels nice.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
make more.
Yeah.
I've got lots of ideas, but there's that. So yeah, Dad gave me this whole pile like as the live was starting, so I did not have time to add tags and prices and lot numbers, but you guys can look, and if there's something that you want, you can say so, and I can write down your name, and I can email you about it, and we can figure out all that stuff. We also have this. I built the tree for this last night, by the way. I did that fast. I like this one. Teresa Lot Cat. You'd like my son? I carved that too. It's Marty. He's very handsome. The pieces that I made them out of polymer clay, so I didn't realize how heavy they were going to be, and I tried to hollow them out a little bit, but it's pretty hefty with this cat. If I kept this, it would be like right on my throat. I'd make a necklace, a short necklace, close to my heart with my cat.
Pretty cute.
All right, I gotta write this down real quick. All right. Then we have this big mermaid. We've had this before. Oh, Teresa looks like my mod. That's cute. This one I think we've had in silver. We've also had it in Shibu, but those were gone quick. It's big,
Well,
giant mermaid.
they don't come out very often, so that's a hard one in other metals because it doesn't want to come out.
I know how much y'all love these flower links in special metals. The silver ones last time, or maybe 2 weeks ago, were a hit. Everybody, those comments were flying in of the silver flower links. This is an orchid one that I picked, and the azalea link.
I love them that way. Yeah,
Me
I guess
too. They look good like this.
Yeah, you'll have to make like lots for them, and maybe you can have it for next week. I have some cool ideas.
That's it of what we have to show. I've shown all the gemstones, the silver, and the Shibu.
Nice.
Kathy, I am not sure what you mean for all of these. These are all in Shibu, and I'm not, or Shibuichi, the copper silver alloy. I'm not sure what's going to be all in silver. The flower links will probably come back in silver because people really like those. This will probably come back in silver. But from what I've been told, my cat face and my horseshoe crab are kind of hard to get them to come out. Apparently, like they keep getting air bubbles. So these are rarities, apparently. So these may or may not make a reappearance. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to talk to Dad about it. But yeah, that's it. Let's put it back on Mom, or let's put it in the double. Here we go.
So while you were doing that, I was just sitting here noodling away on this whatever this flower is.
You should give it a face in your usual way. You always give him a face.
I do sometimes when I see a face.
I am right now in the mood to put on like some sort of fairy movie or something and paint these fairy creatures. I like the style of their face. It's kind of wide with their tiny little eyes and big mouths. I think that's cute. The fairy with their pointy ears and wearing the little coats made out of leaves and flower petals. I've been obsessed with that since like pretty much birth, honestly. All right. Are you ready to flip it around or do you want to keep painting?
I like to paint, but what is the giveaway thing today?
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I think I wrote something for it.
You did write it.
I did write it, but I'm not going to tell you about it, that's for sure. All right, you guys, I gotta flip it. Because the table is probably not super interesting, so bear with me when you look up my nostrils briefly.
Oh, thank you, Lynn.
Sorry.
Azalea will probably have to look up the price by weighing it and everything and figuring out. There's a question about how much is that big mermaid? Terry says the blue flower would be a good
email me about that. We can email about that mermaid.
Okay, so who?
Because I don't know. Dad just like dropped them in my palm before the live.
Send Azalea an email, and then she can weigh it for you and figure it out. What do you guys think of my picture? It's not exactly, the light has changed, as you guys can see. It's totally changed since I've sat here. But
Jermaine says, Azalea will never let you forget that you gave out the answer, Cynthia. You and Kate, both of y'all gave it away in like 10 seconds. Kate was like, what's the color? And I was like, pink, and then everybody was like, "It's pink opal. The answer is pink opal." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, Kate," because there's
Oh,
only a
and
couple
Kathy wants
things that will be.
information too. Oh, the choker. Azalea, you know that choker you're wearing? I got that like an antique store when I was a little older than you. I was probably like 20. Oh, Sherry, my friend Sherry. Thank
Oh,
you, Sherry.
Kathy,
We should get together and
the
paint
mermaid
this
and
week.
tree. If I can get them in the frame. What is happening?
Oh,
Why am I
thank
fighting
you,
for my
Jim.
life trying to show these? Email me, Kathy, and then I will figure it out for you. And then I can just add it to your thing, and we can make you some. But oh, by the way, everybody, if you ordered something today that we will have to cast, like a Shibu thing or a silver thing, I don't think there is a lot of people that have like a waiting list for that. Most of these things can probably just go out like right away. But some of these will have to be made, so they're basically like a pre-order. But we'll try to get them done as fast as possible. All right.
Hmm.
Are you guys ready for the giveaway? Looks like Dad just got home. All right. The first round is a color. Go. It is. I'm not going to give you any hints yet because people might get it. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Azalea always looks good with her chokers. Thanks. I'm wearing all silver right now. I'm pretty sure. These are silver and garnet earrings. This is, I'm pretty sure, silver. I think. And then this is sterling too. Whoa, those comments are coming in kind of fast. You guys, I blinked and there were like 50. Oh, Teresa, you want that mermaid too? Sure. I'll write that down. I'm not looking at comments right now, guys. I'm sorry. Somebody might have already guessed my color and I wouldn't even know. Let's see.
Your face is so like, oh, you're.
I'm scrolling and more is just coming in. Okay, you
I
guys need
almost
to chill
asked you
out
what it is.
for just a second. I know you're excited to win that giveaway,
I was
but
just about to ask.
I'm not telling
I
you
need
what
to
the color
find
is.
more of this pen, more of this brush, because it's good. A Princeton Snap, my new favorite brush, size 2. I'll find more of that.
You guys have been getting close, but nobody said my color yet. A hint is that it is part of Roy G. Biv. It is on there, but it's not the ones you guys have said clearly, or I would have picked that. Guess it. Neon pink. Maybe next time. Maybe very far in the. Oh wait, I think I see something. See something.
Oh,
You don't know what the answer is. You're saying, oh, like you spotted it. You did not know what the color is. It looks like Terry.
I was
Terry.
also
I gotta find your name again, Terry. Terry Bass. Terry Bass. Indigo. First person I saw comment Indigo. Carla was close in second, right afterwards. But Terry, the first comment I see with Indigo for the first giveaway. Good job. Good job. We have 2 more rounds, though. You guys know how this
2
goes.
more. What's on
All
the
right.
agenda? You got animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Plant. Next is a plant, an herb that you can cook with.
An herb. Hmm.
Plant herb you can cook with that you can
And if you
grow
get
and
it, you
eat.
guys remember you can use it on.
You can use it on these orders.
You can use it on this if you get it.
Oh, that was quick. Hold on. That is, oh my god, you guys are just so fast. Why are you so fast? Okay. Carla. Carla Hartzog with Rosemary. First person I saw comment Rosemary. You guys were fast with that. I gave you pretty good. I eased you into that one. There's a
Culinary.
select
The
few
hint
very
was
popular ones. The hint was pretty. Thank you.
what did you
Okay.
get?
Dad brought me some of these. I'll just show you guys. Some chip. No food coloring, yo.
Oh, I love those.
Okay, for the round 2 for Rosemary, that was Carla Hartzog that won that one. Thank you, Carla and Terry. All right, you guys, 1 round left, and this is random because I didn't do this one before. A couple weeks ago, I made you guys guess a food because I was thinking about pudding. And tonight I'm thinking about a different kind of food. I'm thinking about a
Oh,
food.
food question. Is it going to be in the dessert section or
No, it's not
savory?
in the dessert section. I can't give you any hints because if I give
But
you
there's so
like if
many
I
millions
gave you
of
one of the
food.
words, you're gonna know. You're
So
gonna
many
know.
millions
I
of.
almost wrote the answer instead of Carla's name. What? There is a lot of food, but that's okay, it's a soup. Dad's like, it's too vague. Soup. Type of soup. Go. People are gonna get it so fast. Mom would know. Mom knows my flavor. You're not allowed to say it though, Mom. Soup. Correct. Don't say it.
I could go for some soup right now myself.
Same. I gotta keep scrolling because people are putting them in really fast. I said soup and it went crazy in here. I'm
There's so many good kind of soup too.
trying to see it. There's some that are pretty close that are made of similar foods, but they're not my soup that I'm thinking about. Oh, Merle Sakamoto, tomato soup. Good job, Merle. You know me in my heart that I like tomato soup. My mom makes the best tomato soup. Whenever I eat it, I think of when we were in like the middle of the pandemic and I was doing my Zoom classes, and I would have to wake up at like 6 in the morning every day to do uh online PE class,
So fun.
and we would have to be watching some like fitness video, and under the desk I would be drawing or sipping a mug of my mom's tomato soup. Good job, Merle. You guessed it. You guys were pretty fast with it today. It did not take a very long time.
I do love a good tomato soup. Now I'm thinking about that.
Thinking about it. All right, you
Mm.
guys, I'm gonna read you. Okay, so our winners of the giveaway this week. We'll have another giveaway next weekend. Don't worry, don't be sad. The winners this time were Merle Sakamoto, Terry Bass, and then Carla Hartzog. And the people that got lots today were Kathy Tutmark, Kathleen Batchelor, Jermaine Quiter, Rosalinda Cruz, Julie Liston, Soshi Vidal, Kim Carnes, Pat Davis, Pat Moore, and Teresa Kelly. Good job, you guys. That's it. We showed everything. We did the giveaway. It hasn't been 3 hours yet, so it doesn't feel like we're done. But that's
We
all we
were a
have, I
little,
think.
you know what? We were pretty fast today. Even though I
We were
painted
pretty fast.
two looking, look at all that cool shadow there. Isn't that neat?
I like how that looks. That tall one should have a face.
Oh yeah, it could have a face for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up and joining us on this wonderful Sunday evening. And we really appreciate everyone out there. It's really fun for us. And if you have ideas, we're writing them down. I have some that people have mentioned in the past. Renaissance wax was one. I still have to find that stuff. It's in my studio somewhere. If Azalea spots it, we'll bring it out and we'll do a
What am I
tutorial.
supposed to be looking for?
If you find the Renaissance wax. And then we had a suggestion of doing when Ann Schroeder suggested that we actually do the crystal with resin on top. Remember, we had an idea for that? We were going to show that with the UV resin. It's an idea. I don't have the fixins for that.
Otters. Cherie says, I would love otters. I like an otter. It reminds me of my son Marty. Has a
Yeah,
far
he's got,
apart face.
yeah.
Looks good. Blunt tail. I'd like their thick tail stump. It's like that big around.
And they're really soft.
I would hug one. They make a cute sound. I would squeeze it tenderly.
Ah,
And and its little fingers. I'd kiss it.
especially a baby one.
Oh, right into my arms for
Yeah,
kisses.
you could make one. You could make one. I've seen them.
I could make
Monkey,
one.
yeah, like a big pillow that we could snuggle up to. That's an otter.
You always got ideas for some plushie you want me to make. I made for the cat,
Yeah, and
and she
then
wants a lizard.
salamander, hellbender.
Salamander. She wants a salamander and a hellbender. She
I
wants
want
a
a
nice
hellbender
big
that
for hugging, where the head is like this big and the eyes are like this far
I
apart.
want it to be the Japanese salamander, real life size, where it was like showing it wiggling in that dude's
I
hand.
know that could be your body
Yeah,
pillow. Make a giant
that's how they
minky,
are.
giant salamander. You make it out of minky fur, brown and green. It'd be good. I would squeeze that too.
Oh yeah, oxalotl. There's ideas. I have my mini cat. It's on the table in the other room.
It's a mini Marty, so she doesn't have
My
to feel
mini
too sad
Marty.
when she's
I,
traveling.
when I was working last night on my necklaces, I had it in my lap.
That's cute. You've been carrying that thing around everywhere,
I
like a
know, I
baby with a teddy bear.
the fur, but I didn't want because I mean it's really plush, good fur, so I didn't want to mess it up. It's starting to get cool, even though I'm this
It's
nice
dark
bunny.
here. The sun's going down.
Mm, sounds good. All right,
Probably.
folks. It was good for well, good for anything. That's a weird way to say it. I know I'm getting drowsy in this warm sunlight. This big
I know I'm
patch.
getting drowsy
So,
right now. I
like,
started I started
continue
earlier than we usually
painting.
start for our lives. For our lives, we usually
Get it done
procrastinate it
today.
until
Yeah,
about the hour before.
cute. That would be cute.
Thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah, don't forget GBE
We're not as
Midsummer
rambunctious as we
Market
usually
coming
are
up.
with the ending, but I'm sleepy.
Wouldn't you say, Azalea? Is it a couple weeks? Midsummer Market, July 20?
I don't know.
Second?
I
I have to look at
forgot.
the dates, but it should be fun. Should be exciting. All right,
I
friends. You
forgot.
guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to continue painting for a little bit longer. I think Azalea is probably going to try and watch some Murder Without Me. I don't know how to
I'm
turn
gonna
the
eat.
how to turn on Jess's TV.
Priority is to have a snack right now.
It's you know what? It's probably like 57 right now, Kalite. I'm a little bit chilly, but I'm sitting in the sun. It was cold this
It's
morning.
110 in Tucson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. That's a little.
I mean, Mom, we could always FaceTime to watch the murder. Me and Lily FaceTime to watch Supernatural all the time.
Yeah,
And
but you
she lives
have
right
one.
across the street.
Oh, but does she have it on her TV?
Yeah, we FaceTime and then we start it and then we pause it real quick and we're like, okay, what's your timestamp? And then we line it up till we have the same timestamp and then we start it at the same time. And then we're basically like we're in the room watching at the same time. Everything happening. That's how me
That's
and Lily do it. And she's right across the street. She could just come over and watch the show, but she can't
yeah.
be
Well,
bothered
you
to
have to
get out
take
of the
stuff
bed.
with you. You. Oh, thank you, Shri. She says you two have a wonderful night.
Thank you, you
Yeah, it's
too.
not
Thank you guys for showing up.
almost time. It is. It gets dark in another couple of hours, so
It's
I.
dark here already. You guys can see out the window.
Ooh, must have just gotten dark.
Dad's
Oh,
gonna make me some pizza.
nice.
I'm gonna
All
eat
right,
it. I'm gonna
friends.
eat it good right
Well,
now.
I'll see you guys next Sunday. So stay tuned for next week when it's time. And if you have any things that you've made, post it in the group. I want to see what you guys have made, especially if there's some good pendants or whatever. All right, friends. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye. Good night.